Greetings in Christ. This is your 3-minute Psalm devotion for Psalm 77. Psalm 77 is a psalm of Asaph. Okay, we have moved away from Psalms of David for the most part, and we're getting a new author for many of the Psalms, a fellow named Asaph. And he wrote this psalm as a way to instruct the reader how to deal with thoughts of depression, of anxiety, of sleeplessness, and thoughts that God has abandoned you and you're left all alone. And he teaches us, using himself as an example of how to fight these kind of thoughts off, okay? Christians throughout history, godly people throughout history have suffered severe depression, and the Bible teaches us how to deal with it. You have to think of Elijah, who was so depressed he wanted to die. Jonah wanted to die. Jesus, even from the cross, cried out, "Why have you forsaken me?" So let's not ignore the fact that Christians suffer and deal with mental stress to the point where they are exasperated. To deny that Christians suffer like this is just to deny reality. All right, Psalm 77, 1 through 4. I cry aloud to God, and he will hear me. In the day of my trouble I seek the Lord. In the night my hand is stretched out without wearying. My soul refuses to be comforted. Okay, here we're starting to get this language of anxiety and sadness. When I remember God, I moan. When I meditate, my spirit faints. You, he's speaking of God here, hold my eyelids open. I am so troubled that I cannot speak. Wow. Let's skip to verse 7. Will the Lord spurn forever and never again be favorable? Has his steadfast love forever ceased? Are his promises at an end for all time? Have you felt like that? You're in good company. So have godly people throughout history. Verse 8, 9. Has God forgotten to be gracious? Has he in anger shut up his compassion? Then I said, I will appeal to this, to the years of the right hand of the Most High. I will remember the deeds of the Lord. Yes, I will remember your wonders of old. And then the psalm goes on to describe some of the things he remembers. He remembers how God delivered the Israelites with a mighty hand and threw back the Egyptians and opened the sea, and the Egyptians walked through. Okay, so we fight off these feelings of anxiety and that God has abandoned us with remembering what God has done in the past. Yes, he saved the Jews from Egypt through the Red Sea, but we as Christians now especially remember Christ and the fact that while he suffered and was thrown in a tomb, when he died, God raised him from the dead. And so shall he rescue us too. Another thing you can think about is and fight off these thoughts of depression is how God has delivered you in your own life. Okay, when have you had hard times and extreme stress, and how God has delivered you? So God delivers us in our own life history, but especially we think of the gospel and how God delivered the Christ and how he will deliver everyone who believes in him. That's enough for now. Psalm 77. Have a blessed day in the Lord.